Okay, here is a video for problem number 9 at the end of chapter 4. This problem is about Heavenly Treat, which is a hair and body treatment salon. And here is the process flowchart. It starts with a receptionist. Notice there are 3 types of products here. The problem calls them groups. Group 1 come through the hair and facial treatment. They first do the facial treatment, then the shampoo, then the hair, then the billing through the cashier. Group 2, just the hairstyling, go directly from shampoo to hairstyling to the cashier. And then group 3 are the walk-ins. They just want a simple haircut. Shampoo, junior hairstylist, and then the billing. Once we have the process flow chart here, the question becomes, where is the bottleneck of the operations? What is the maximum number of customers the salon can serve in an hour? And we also need a product mix. So for type 1 or group 1, we have 20% of the customers. For group 2, we have 70%. And for group 3, we have 10%. That comes right here from the problem. So we have the percentages and we have the groups or types for each. And now we can put together a resource effective mean process time chart. Much like the previous problem number 4.7, problem 7, we are going to have to aggregate the mean effective process time for each one of these resources. So for the receptionist and for type 1 customers, that's an effective mean time of 2 minutes. But it's 1 minute for type 2 and for type 3. This leads us to an aggregate product of 2 times 20% plus 1 times 70% plus 1 times 10%. That gets us an effective mean process time of 1.2 minutes for the receptionist. For the skin care therapist, which is the facial treatment stage, that is a 30-minute process, and that's only for type 1 because type 2 and type 3 customers do not go through that activity or that stage. So the aggregate effective mean process time is 6 minutes. In part because only 20% of customers come in for skin care or facial treatment. So we're going to do that for each one of these resources. For the hair washer, it takes 5 minutes for each customer, so that aggregate is going to be 5. For the senior hairstylist only sees customer groups 1 and 2. Because customer group 3 goes to the junior hairstylist. So there's a 0 here for type 3 for the senior hairstylist, and there's zeros here for the junior hairstylist, but 20 for type 3. Also, we aggregate these products as well according to those percentages. Finally, for the cashier, it takes an average of 3 minutes for each customer type, and the aggregate effective mean process time is going to be 3 as well. Here's where the magic happens, is going from effective mean process time to effective capacity. And in this case, it's the aggregate product. So we're going to do 1 divided by 1.2 times 60, and that's going to give us 50 customers is our effective capacity for the receptionist. And that's going to be per hour. The skincare therapist has an effective capacity of 10. For the aggregate, the hair washer of 12. Again, these are the same formulas as above. 1 divided by the effective mean process time of the aggregate times 60 to put it in terms of hours. So the hair washer can get through as an effective capacity of 12 customers per hour on the aggregate. The senior hairstylist has an effective capacity of 1.67, which turns out to be the lowest. The junior hairstylist is at 30, and the cashier is at 20. So the maximum number of customers that Heavenly Treat can serve is 8.33 customers per hour. And that comes from when we look at the number of resources in the pool. So it looks like in every stage except for hairstyling, there's one person that does the work, but in hairstyling, there's 5. So we take that effective capacity of a single hairstylist, multiply that by 5, and that gets us the effective capacity per hour of each one of these stages, including the 5 stylists. But this still is the lowest and therefore the output of the system. The maximum number of customers to serve is 8.33. Hopefully this is helpful.